Hey guys, I'm going to be making video number 2 today. I'm going to section off my hair, film it, I'm going to mix the hair dye up. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to be using pen ink and conditioner, so I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that as well. So I'll be filming me sectioning off my hair, and then once that's done I'll film me mixing the hair dye, because I section off my hair and then mix the hair dye as I go with each colour. When I section off my hair, I put a mirror behind, and I've also got a dressing table. So I balance one mirror behind me and I sit and I can see my hair, so I can split it down the back, because it's obviously a couple of colours, so you have to section it off and pin it up, you know. So with my hair, the first bit I section off is this pink bit, because it's at the front and it's the easiest bit to do, so I'll just show you how I do that. Doing this section is actually pretty quick and easy for me, personally. So you may notice that there is a little bit of pink here. I just normally leave that bit in with the yellow when I do that section, because I think when I was dyeing my fringe I accidentally pulled a bit in, and I've tried to like bleach it and get that colour out and it's just impossible, so I just kind of leave it in with the yellow bit. That's what I find best. When I section off this yellow bit, I just kind of try and get like as much of the blue as I can out, and I haven't dyed my hair in a long time, so the blue literally looks like a seaweed mess. So you can also see that there is a tiny little bit of purple merging in with the orange on this bit. It's not too bad, so I just kind of try and section it all off my best, but having multicoloured hair, it's hard to kind of get every single little strand perfect. Hey guys, so I've sectioned off my hair and I'm about to film me mixing the ink with the conditioner to make the dye that I'm going to use to do the yellow and the orange. So, just going to whack the bottom of this off. Just kind of breaks off really easy. Right, so first, got this Tresemme Moisture conditioner. Just gonna put a bit. Just gonna put a bit in here. So first I'm gonna be using the yellow pen. I did whack the bottom off with a rolling pin and just pulled it out. So you just get like a little ink tube, and then you get some water, and then there's like a hole in one side, so if you like dip the other side in the water, if you hold it in there for a second, it will start to go like a slightly lighter colour. And then I wouldn't really recommend doing this if you like are worried about pen ink getting in your mouth, because it does a tiny little bit but not too much. So after you finish holding it, you just kind of so you can see that the cartridge of the pen has just turned white and basically all the ink's out, so just kind of mix it in with the conditioner, and then yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. So all the yellow ink's now in the conditioner, the cartridge has gone white, so I'm just gonna mix it up. So as you can tell, the conditioner has gone yellow. It's a bit pastel, so what you could do to make it brighter is just add more ink from different colour pens. I used quite a light yellow, so it's come out a light yellow. So this is what the conditioner looks like after it's been mixed with the ink. It's quite bright, to be honest, but because I had a little bit left, I'm gonna add some crazy colour canary yellow into the conditioner as well. I've only got a tiny bit left, so that might literally be about it, but you know, every little helps. So now I have my yellow hair dye mixed, I'm going to dye the yellow side of my hair. I know there's a bit of blue left in there, but I'd rather dye over a bit of blue with yellow than lose a bit of yellow by dyeing it over blue, if that makes sense. So, and I know there is also a bit of purple in the orange side, but same thing, like you can't have it perfect all the time, you know, but this is what works for me. So, and I also mix a colour, dye side, mix colour, dye side, mix colour, dye side. I don't know why I do it like that, I just do, it just works for me, just because I'm a bit messy, so this is how I find it easy to stay neat. So I'll try and film me dyeing that bit of my hair and yeah, show you guys how it turns out. So here you can see I am using the dye to go around the section that I made. I start with the front and then move on to the back, and because I've never filmed dyeing my hair, I was finding it a bit awkward to kind of try and find like where to start the sections, so I just decided to start at the front. So the bit that I point at in my hair has gone slightly green, and I guess that's just because I've had the yellow on top of blue, and when I've washed it, it might have just blended in a bit. But me personally, because I had green and purple hair before and spent so long trying to get the green out, when I have green, it's not really the best. So as you can see, I'm just kind of applying the dye to the roots and then taking a section and then making that bit yellow. And because my hair did fade quite light, you can see when I put the dye on how bright the yellow is actually coming out. So it's actually coming out quite well. And another thing I've used to dye my hair before is a spice called turmeric. I think that's how you say it anyway. It's like normally used in curries and it's really, really yellow. You can do the same thing by mixing that in with conditioner, just that on its own conditioner. And if you have really light hair, or if you have yellow hair anyway, that is another thing. What if you don't have any dye, you can go and do that because it's healthier for your hair as well, and it does come out as equally as yellow as hair dye. So with this last section I brushed it out because it was getting a bit knotty and I didn't have too much hair dye left towards the end, so I wanted to just kind of cover it as much as I could. Right guys, so I finished doing the yellow side of my hair. I didn't have too much of the dye, so I wasn't it didn't look like I was actually using a lot. I was trying to like spread it out as much as I could throughout the whole section. So right, I'm about to do the pink bit of my hair at the front, and I was telling you guys that this hair dye's got a bit of a weird texture, so now I'm using it. I can show you. It's like a gel almost. It's really weird. It's hard to, but it's really, really nice hair dye. You can see the colour there on that bit, it's a bit lighter. It's really good, it's really, really neon as well. And it lasts so long. I think that'll be enough for the front of my hair.
Purchase your tracks today.
So I tend to go around the edge, and as you can see I've got it straight up on my head. So yeah, just be careful not to go too far down at the sides when you go around the edge of a section. I guess when I was an apprentice in Rush hairdressers, I just saw them do this a lot. When they put colour on, they normally go around the whole edge before they actually start filling in the roots. I guess it's because when you do a section you don't get that right bit in the corner or something. Also, if you guys were wondering why the front part of my hair is so short, I used to have it cut straight across, like above my eyebrows. It was really, really, really short, but now I'm growing it out, so that's why it's a bit shorter than my actual hair length. But it's coming along, it's going quite well, and it's not too bad. Because I was only doing a small section, I could really cover it in a lot of hair dye, so I know that I wasn't missing any bits on this section. Literally just covering it and covering it and covering it and covering it and covering it in hair dye. So now I'm doing an orange pen into some conditioner, and then I'll add a bit of that Adore hair dye in there as well. But it's because I don't have a lot of the orange, I'm gonna do this as well because it really does brighten up the dye, really does.
Purchase your tracks today.
Right, so I mixed the orange ink in with some conditioner, and because I used quite a lot of conditioner, it's only really gone a peachy kind of colour. But when I did this last time on my hair, I used about 3 pens, and I also did use highlighters, and it came out a lot more vibrant than this. But because I've still got a little bit of orange hair dye left, I've only used 1 pen, and I'm gonna put the rest of the hair dye in with this. So I added a bit of that hair dye in, and because I've used a yellow cup, it's a bit hard to kind of see the shade. It's gone a little bit darker, but I still want it a bit darker, so I'm going to go and hunt and see if I've got any highlighters that I can add in there to make it a bit darker. So because this colour isn't quite dark enough for me, let me see if I can put the flash on. I'm going to add in these 2 pens, so it's like a red and an orange, to try and make this colour a bit darker. So that's what it looks like now. So I'll show you what it looks like after I've added the pen to see if it looks any different. So I'm dipping the pens into the water and then I'm going to blow them into the hair dye. They've gone really white at the bottom compared to the other ones I used. So that's what the bubbles look like coming out of the ink. So this is the dye after I just put the other two colours on, and I do think it does look darker. So let's hope it, when I've put it on my hair, it comes out quite orange. So because I've never dyed my hair before, well, on camera, I've dyed my hair loads of times, just never on camera. I wasn't sure where to put the camera, so I moved it, and it just works better being in this place. I just start sectioning off the hair, really, applying to the roots, and then after that I just apply onto the ends. But I was starting from the back and trying to get it in the video shot as much as I could so you guys could actually see what I was doing. So I grabbed a pretty thick section there, so I decided to split it in half to actually put the dye on, because if you take too much of a thick section, the dye can sometimes struggle to go through and actually get all the bits. But because the dye I made up with half conditioner, it's already quite, like, you can rub it into your hair quite well, so it didn't really matter too much about the sections. But still, it's better to do thin sections so you really get all the hair coloured. The orange hair dye I use actually lasts in the hair for quite a long time, so you can see that it hasn't actually faded too much. Like, the hair is still quite orange. It's not really vibrant, it's more of a pastel orange, but it is still really bright. So I think when you use pens on a colour that you've done before, it just goes straight back over. I actually had quite a lot of orange in the pot for the section I had, so I just started smearing it on everywhere and rubbing it on to the section so it would get as much as it could. Right, so I finished the yellow, the pink and the orange, and now I'm just going to do the blue and purple at the back. This has taken so long. So when I dyed this section, I used quite a big brush. I just thought it'd be easier. Well, that's what I thought till I realised it wouldn't actually fit in the cup that I had the dye in properly, so it was a little bit annoying, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. So you might notice that that bit of my hair that I just sectioned off is really short. So like I said before, my hair used to be half green and half purple, and when I wanted to get rid of the green, I thought it'd be a good idea to just bleach it loads, and it wasn't, and my hair just kind of did that bleach thing and melted away at the ends and pulled away. So that's why that bit's a bit shorter, but it's not too bad. I don't really mind. So because my hair's faded, it looks really green and really like a weird colour, but I also think that maybe because when I dyed my hair with the blue, it was basically yellow, so I was going yellow over blue, so it was bound to go a bit green. But because I'm using quite a dark blue, it does cover up quite well. So I want to try and get as much hair dye on this section as possible, because out of all the sections, this is the one that kind of faded the most. And when I last dyed it, I didn't want it like really dark blue, so I mixed this blue that I'm using now with a bit of conditioner so it wasn't as dark. So before my hair had the green and purple in it, it actually was just half yellow and half orange and then the pink at the front, but I had loads of hair dye left over because I just dye my hair all the time, and I just thought, you know what, having a couple of extra colours in here might actually look quite good. Sorry you guys can't actually see what's going on too much here, so I tried to turn my head a couple of times so you could see what I was doing to that section, but I just couldn't really find a good place where I could balance my camera and actually see what I was doing, and I've never filmed dyeing my hair before, so but this is me doing the purple section, just kind of doing what I did with the rest of my hair, sectioning it off and then doing the ends. I am currently making these videos on my phone, so wherever my phone can balance best is really where I can film from. This purple colour is also quite dark and does last quite a long time. It can go through a few washes, but unfortunately it's faded a bit, so I'm just going straight in again, putting on a load of dye, and it is quite a dark purple, so it lasts long before it actually does fade. And I think the last time I did this section of my hair, I didn't quite put on enough hair dye, so when I'm doing it this time I'm really going through and making sure that I get every single strand I can as purple as I can. Hey guys, so I have finally finished putting the colour on my hair. It's all done, it's all clipped up, and it's taken me about 3 hours. I don't know why, has just taken a lot of time, but it's done now, so I've just got to wait for it to I mean that side's been done for ages, so just finished purple, so I've just got to wait now. And then so what I do when I wash my hair out, I wash it in cold water, because I heard when you wash it in cold water it makes the colours run less, so that's what I do every time I wash my hair. I always wash it in cold water, so it's not the most fun thing, but to commit to a rainbow hair you kind of need to just kind of get on with it, really. Hey guys, so I finished washing off the colour, and this is what it looks like. Show you the back as well. So I think it's come out pretty good. The pink is so neon, that's why I love this hair dye. It's so good. And considering that I only used one pen and the tiniest bit of yellow hair dye, this has actually come out pretty bright. Looks pretty good, you know. And then same with this side, it is really orange. I am pretty happy with the results. I just blow dried my hair after washing it, that's why it's a bit fluffy. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed watching my rainbow hair dyeing video at home, and yeah, hopefully I'll make some more videos and stuff, and you guys will be able to see that too. Thank you to everyone who has viewed my video. I hope my rainbow hair dyeing has inspired you guys to go and do the same.